sit back and enjoy what will be a very eventful final quarter. Barnes and Monkhurst. Barnes down to Milburn, to half forward. Arnott, who's been busy. 28 disposals in the game. Burns, they'll make that 29 to Arnott. Into the forward pocket. Big Stephen King from behind, using his bulk in the forward line. Top of the square, Barnes.
Yes! Barnes is great.
Barnes has got it. The big men in the Geelong lineup all get together.
I'm a big fan of John Barnes here. Great lip here, Barnes. He comes away from the pack and takes a great jump there. Got the tap out beautifully in the centre square there. That's where his art form is. Monkhurst should be getting tired, and Barnesy, if he plays well in this last quarter, Geelong will be a long way from into this game.
A contender for Cadbury Mark of the Day, but he needs the goal. Johnny Barnes has got it. Geelong are coming back.
Yes, he could be the different Barnesy. I think in that second quarter there, Geelong got a bit of a run on him through John Barnes there. Has been taken off the ground on a few occasions where Stephen King has struggled in the centre square there. But top play here by Jason Snell, just to get the ball at the top of the square there. Willed it to there, and he's been doing that very well in this game all the time. Barnesy, great goal. Prepared to push down the other end of the ground, move forward. Good work.
14 points the margin. Monkhurst and Barnes. Monkey jumps early. He missed it. Barnes went without it also. Monkhurst trying to get it out of that centre area. How they do, the Magpies. Buckley receives from Lockyer. Courage. Oh, that was courage by Lynch. Running back. They're pretty fired up, Geelong. You can tell that. Magpies will have to watch this first 5 minutes. Scholl to Barnes. Barnes really presenting himself. Further afield is a young player for Geelong in Harley. In towards Minch. He couldn't hang on to it. Here's Tarrant. Oh, Burns slips over. Big Monkey looking for the hand pass. He's gotten. Now Tyson Lane, the Magpies with the loose man. Centre wing, the chip pass. Won't reach Brown. A poor kick. Arnott still in play. A great pick up by Arnott. Arnott brings it in towards half forward. No mark to Godden. He's caught. Under Tarrant. Tarrant chips it across the ground, and he finds Carlton Lockyer. Lockyer to Batheris. Batheris gets his kick to the ball. Down towards half forward. Barnes sets himself. No mark. It's a loose ball. The quick kick comes down towards half forward, and Scholl has taken it.
Scholl from half back. The Craig Jackatine kick wasn't as good as the Pies wanted. And Geelong now through Tristan Lynch just holding up.
Too slow. Got to get the ball on quickly. He had McGrath on the other side for a switch.
Here's the kick towards Stoneham. Richardson right there with him. Holding. The umpire allows it to go. Stoneham strong in the tackle. Richardson a second go at it. Arnott and Milburn over the top. Tired up. Centre wing.
Just had momentum there, Geelong, and Tristan Lynch decided to go back too slow. He had two options out here on the outer wing here. And Tim McGrath, he had three options and didn't use them. Too slow. You've got to get back and use the ball quickly.
Gary Ayres, the highs and lows of coaching. A grand final his first year as coach at Geelong. Now under pressure to try and survive 10 successive losses. Mensch loses it. Russo, now it's Tyson Lane for Collingwood across the body. It's all Cats. They need to go. Milburn, Barnes is loose again. He's got a paddock. Big Monkey's his closest. Barnes has got him covered into Mensch. The big men again combined for the Cats.
He's the key, John Barnes. You really needed him all day on the ground. I can't believe he spent most of the time on the bench there. Just a decision I can't understand, especially when the best big man, mobile and aerobic, up against Damien Monkhurst, whose pace is always a worrying concern. But Barnes is the key. If he gets his hand on the ball in the centre square there, and they've used him in through the midfield there, that's what they've got to do, because Monkhurst is dropping back into their forward line.
Mensch, 1 goal 2 this afternoon. That's another ordinary kick from the big fella. It's badly missed in the third quarter from only metres out.
Well, that's losing kicking, isn't it?
That's right. You can't afford to finishing. That's what forward line plays all around. All you do is stops the flow of play for the Geelong players.
Lockyer to bring it back in from East Fremantle. Made his debut in the win against Fremantle for Collingwood. Out of side. Pies have got the run. Lane ignores Clinton King. Goes back a long way. Now the left foot kick towards King's a shocker. The tide just seemingly changing here at Corio Bay. Momentum with the Cats.
Yes, it certainly has, Terry. The momentum swung, but they need to get the ball on quickly so the Collingwood players can't push down and defend.
This is Milburn hoping someone can take a big mark. Mitch!
Yep.
Now, what can he do this time, the big fella? He has kicked 3 absolute shockers. Now, surely he's got to get 1 out of 4, doesn't he?
He certainly lost his confidence with that last kick. He just...
And he's usually a pretty good kick,
yeah,
isn't
he's a very good kick. Oh, generally a very... You can rely on him to kick goals.
Well, we'll have a contest if he kicks this.
Just very tentative in his action. Should go back a bit further and run through the ball. Give yourself some momentum through it.
David Mitch kicks for goal.
And that's what he's done.
I think he might have missed again.
But it was a lot better kick off the boot. He's given himself momentum through the ball there. Last couple of times he's just stopped in the middle of momentum and hasn't got the ball the distance.
Well, it's just... I mean, that's 4 shots. His last 4 shots for goal. He's kicked 4 points. So, Lockyer. The Magpies, a little bit of relief there. Oh, he slipped as he kicked that. Mel Michael has marked it. On to Clinton King. King to centre of the ground. Oh, that's a very, very good mark by Batheris. He wants to play on. He does. Rupert Batheris kicks long towards the half-forward line. Rocker! Anthony Rocker. Well, this is the steadier, and this could really hurt the Cats after they've missed some sitters. If he kicks it.
It's good work by Rupert Batheris. I really like him. In the contests and one-on-one, he's generally won it all day. He's very hard, nut in under, but he has the will and the want to get the ball better, and that's half of a good player. Switching his brain on to really work hard, and that's what he's done. And Rocker's worried Bluey with his spring.
Well, a big kick coming up in the context of this game. Anthony Rocker, he's directly in front. He'll kick from 45 metres. He has goal. Beautiful kick. Anthony Rocker has kicked his 3rd, and Geelong have been bombarding the forward line and missing. Collingwood go down once, and a beautiful kick, and they kick a goal.
And Clinton King's had a very big day. He's had 21 possessions, 11 kicks, 10 handballs, and he's kicked 1 goal also. But that centre where the contest there was Paul Corrigan was really a telling one. He should have knocked the ball down, take his hand, or take his arm. Don't let him mark it.
3 goals to Anthony Rocker. Out now by 18 points at Collingwood. They must withstand these next few minutes from the Cats, because if they're going to make a charge, they need to do it now and do it quickly. Ronnie burns away to 50 on the left, goes towards it. He's done it. It's been a quiet day, Ronnie, but they needed you then, and you've delivered.
And that's what he can do. In the 3rd quarter there, you see he misses a sitter, but the difficult ones and a left foot kick by him was a great snap here. Barnes, he contests the ball there. Quick hands, though, by Riccardi. In and under the pack there was sensational. Just keep working the ball there. Smart hands by Riccardi, and Ronnie didn't let him down. That's what you need to do. Kick the goals there. Put pressure on Collingwood again, and that's what he's done.
Back to the middle. There's Burns. He's kicked 1. I think we're in for a pretty tight finish. You can almost sense it. Barnes and Moncourse. Barnes won it. And no one can get it out of that scramble of players. And Big Monkey would be pretty tired. He's battled really, really hard in the ruck today. I think he's won hands down, except towards the end of the 3rd term when Barnes came back on the ground. He started to do all right there. Moncourse and Barnes. Moncourse with a 20-metre punch. Brown did very, very well. Terrific play by Brown. Getting it into lane. Big punch away by Stoneham, and that's where I reckon Stoneham should play all the time, down the back.
It's been shifted down there, and Tim McGrath at centre half forward against Mark Richardson. Barry Stoneham was good early in the 1st quarter a bit, but Mark Richardson certainly quelled his influence. But they've just made the change there. Just his height's worried Tim McGrath. He's just 4 or 5 inches too small there, and Rocker's taken advantage of 3 goals.
12 points as Collingwood lead. Stoneham works with Christian Lynch. Boundary throw-in. Cats were happy with that outcome. Lynch had nowhere to go. Tim McGrath was the next target. Richardson had him well covered. And there's the leadership of the Cats, unfortunately on the wrong side of the fence. Colbert, in his 1st year as captain, yet to lead the club. Hocking, the replacement captain, he's off as well. But here come the Pies again. Krasiska, Rocker couldn't complete it. Graham from behind. Corrigan does well at ground level towards Lynch again. Needs to keep this one in play. Too often Tristan Lynch has held play up today. Needs to get more flow into his game. That's dangerous.
Well, it's too slow, Terry. I've called it a couple of times, but he's just prepared to go back and play old-style footy. There was no one there from behind to push across and get the handball and release the ball down quickly. You have to kick that quickly on a one-on-one contest. You're better off to go longer. Only kick short if you can play on.
So 12 points the difference in front of 24,500 people at Shell Stadium. All supporters have got something to work for today. Collingwood 16th on the ladder. Just the 2 wins, and the Cats really needing one themselves.
Just on a stoppage on play, I'd like to see Tom Harley in front of Gavin Brown. Too many times Gavin Brown's led him to the ball.
Now they're playing very closely on Buckley. But this is Lockyer on the lane. Lane hooks it back. Marcus dropped down there. Back it comes to the dangerous Buckley. Buckley's going to bomb it long. Long kick, racing back. Oh! What a mark to Ben Graham. Terrific mark. The umpire called play on then.
Must have been touched at
Corrigan, I don't think the umpire played that. Nevertheless, fantastic effort. Rocker at the back. Oh, great mark, Anthony Rocker.
They've had an influence, the Rockers. 10 goals between them. And that was the 2 worries really before the game, was Buckley and the 2 Rockers, and Anthony Rocker's had a great year.
Well, he's bombing it long. That's good thinking in towards that danger area. Oh, and it's a mark to his brother Sam.
What wonderful stuff. Great mark, Ben Graham. Very good mark, Anthony Rocker. And now one under pressure to Severio Rocker. All the big men in the game are coming to the fore.
Yes, where's his opponent? Out of position, Ben Graham. And Big Sav, he's kicked 7. A magnificent exhibition of kicking for goal. And Sav Rocker from 30 metres, directly in front. Kicks, oh, he's hooked it, might have just got it, or has he missed?
I think he's missed.
He's missed. Oh, he's let Geelong off the hook here. His kicking has failed him. And goodness me, there, with just over 11 minutes to go, that has really let Geelong off the hook.
Graham in short, as Geelong have done all day with their kick-off. But as Paul Couch has indicated, it restricts your next move. Corrigan, short, Hamish Simpson.
Oh, look at this.
They're looking to get some run. It's going to be dangerous.
Oh.
They're flirting with their form across half-back. Paul Corrigan, for the 2nd time now, tosses out wide. Ronnie Burns. Oh, he fainted to go. He should have gone. Gives it off to Arnott. Good user of the football is Arnott. Give Barry Stoneman the chance in front. Milburn offers a chance. McGrath, but he goes to Lowther out wide. Buckley confronts him, holds him up slightly. Lowther's kick in. Houlihan dropped it because his opponent Burns went to ground. Houlihan towards Milburn. Rasso does enough to flick it away. Lowther follows up towards big Stephen King. Off the ground, it rolls out of bounds. Boundary throw in.
It's good play by Barry Stoneham to use Daniel Lowther, who's opposing Nathan Buckley. Make Nathan Buckley responsible for his man. Give it to him at all occasions when you've got the ball, just to drag him back and make him a bit more defensive in his play.
13 points the difference. 13 minutes into the last quarter, the chance from Milburn. It touched in the contest.
Oh, King reckons it was a goal.
Milburn on the burst. Umpire David Howlett was right there. Here it is. Better eyes than I, Couchy.
Well, we're not there, I suppose, and the umpire's got good positioning. We're about 100 metres away, so we can't call, but it looked like a goal.
Geelong have got it down to 12 points. Trailed by 20 at 3/4 time. Have kicked 2 goals to Collingwood 1. Lockyer to the outer side. Contest. Graham in it. Couldn't take it. Riccardi on the left. Tosses it up. It's going to go right to the square. Snell stands his ground and marks in the square.
It was good play by Adam Houlihan there, just to block Luke Godden's run at the ball. 2-on-1 situation. They did it very well, the Geelong players. That's the smartness of Adam Houlihan, but a great kick here by Peter Riccardi. Hit the top of the square there.
There'll only be a goal in it if he kicks this.
Jason Snell, who we saw have a 5-goal last quarter against Port Adelaide down here at Shell Stadium. He's kicked his 4th. 6 points, and now the difference. Geelong will not lie down in this match. They keep working their way back. Riccardi and Houlihan important in that.
it's been, in general play, it's been an even game there. They've had 31 shots at goal, Geelong, so they've had plenty of opportunity to really nail this game. David Mitch has missed a few. Ronnie Burns, so they've had plenty of opportunities. Just a great kicking for goal. Collingwood has really kept them in this goal. Severio Rocker and Anthony Rocker have been sensational.
9.5 minutes left. This centre bounce very important. Barnes. This is Buckley. The dangerous Buckley. Magnificent kick on the left. Down towards half forward. It's a loose ball. Arnott went in after it. Now McGrath. He gives it off to Scholl. They've got the loose man going here. This is Arnott. Arnott drives to Graham. Big Monkey is there. Burns is after him. Monkey, oh, a bit of dodging and weaving by Monkhorst. Finds Krasiska. Centre of the ground, Rupert Batheris drives it high. McGrath in front. Rocker. No mark. The ball hits the deck. Here's a chance for Freeborn. He kicks it across his body. Oh, he's missed it. And here's a Collingwood player being carried off. It's
Tarrant coming off in that first marking contest.
Let's hope that is not a serious injury. Let's see.
They need the stretcher. They need to be able to stop this. He's gone down. They need to get the stretcher out there quickly.
Let's hope it's an ankle.
Yes.
And that he's twisted his ankle.
Yep.
I think it might be the ankle.
Yeah, we don't like seeing good young kids get hurt at any stage, Peter.
But it's better that than a knee.
Yep. There's a combination of things there. The concern about the injury, but then the tactical side of things of getting the stretcher out there. And I think that's to Collingwood's advantage. It stops play. Cost is that Chris Tarrant can't come back onto the ground. If you go off on the stretcher, you're off for a minimum of 20 minutes. We only have 8.5 minutes of play left, but there it is.
Left ankle.
It was so important in the third quarter for Collingwood was Chris Tarrant. Gave a focal point at centre half forward for the side.
Him and Gavin Brown have been very good in their half forward line. They've been very damaging. Led the Geelong defenders to the ball on all occasions, so he'll be sorely missed. A good user of the ball. You see Brent Tuckey coming on.
I don't think he's had a run today, has he?
No, Tuckey's on for his first run, Pete.
He can jump and he's got a great leap on him, the kid.
So Geelong working their way back into the game. Collingwood got the early jump. They led by 9 points at quarter time, 15 at half time, and built upon that to be at 20 points in front at three-quarter time. But Geelong have worked hard in the final term. They've kicked now 3-1 in this final term and have the ball game down to 7 points. They start now with the ball at fullback.
One player's been very good too, Terry, and you've called as Simon Arnott. 24 kicks, 8 handballs, 12 marks. It's been that bloke where he hasn't been watched. His use of the ball's been very good today. Snell's been very good, 14 kicks, 2 handballs, 7 marks, 4 goals too. It's a great effort for a forward pocket player. And David Mensch could have had a bit more influence on this game and he kicked a lot straighter.
The continued hold-up here at Shell Stadium is that the umpires require that the player on the stretcher be removed from the arena.
Certainly not rushing, Terry, are they?
No. And I think Shorey has got the message down there to do that.
Slow the game up.
Back in the playing days, if anyone was going to waste time, it would have been Tony Shaw. He can still do it from the coach's box.
He used to do that well, didn't he?
Oh.
He would do anything to win that, like Tony Shaw.
And one of the things, Couch, you give him, I think he's developing that quality into this team. It's a very young side he's working with. They're holding on here. 7 points. They lead Geelong by. Geelong to the outer side. Barnes couldn't take the mark. Arnott again. Stoneham too slow. Caught in the tackle. Gives Brown the chance. Handballs on the up, out towards Tuckey. His first touch. Not too bad one either towards Anthony Rocker. Ball bounces. Hamish Simpson takes it well. Then loses it. Severio Rocker over the top. It's a free kick. It's advantage to the Cats. Outer side. Christian Lynch. Don't hold him up this time, fella. He doesn't. Keeps the ball moving towards half forward. Doesn't quite reach Ben Graham. Back from Snell to Lynch again. Looks inboard towards Stoneham. He's got it. 7 points.
Can use Lynch again.
8 minutes. Stoneham, centre half forward. Mensch is the target. Barnes from behind. Couldn't take it. Houlihan, good hands on out to Arnott again. It's a one-on-one contest. The big man, King, he's got it. It may not be your game, but it can be your moment.
It's good play by Adam Hill on that hand there. Just smart. He's got great vision, great balance. Gets the handball quickly off to Simon Arnold, who's had a great game today. And Stephen King in the right position in front of Mark Richardson. How often do you see that a quick kick and your forwards in front makes it very hard for the defender to defend it and punch it away.
Geelong trail by 7.
He's actually not a bad kick, Stephen King, so he's got a good technique.
Yeah, what a bit of pressure on this one though, Couchy.
He kicked 3 goals in round 3. He's kicked 2 goals on 3 occasions. Barry Round's his ruck coach. Barry Round could actually be his goal scoring coach because that wasn't too bad at all. 1 point the difference at Shell Stadium.
And just used to the ball down through the midfield there. Barry Stoneham prepared to square the ball up there. But it's good work here by Adam Houlihan. Barnesy makes a contest of it. But that's what a good player is. Plenty of time and presence, Adam Houlihan. Slipped the ball out to Simon Arnott. And they've been very good for their respective team today.
Well, the momentum, you would have to say, is certainly there's Gary Ayres and Gary Davidson, but the momentum would certainly be with Geelong. A point the margin. The Magpies still lead, though. A centre bounce crucial. This takeaway. Barnes and Moncourse. Moncourse got his hands to it. Clinton King went in hard after it. It's out here with Buckley. Buckley hooks it back to the half-forward line. Anthony Rocco in front. No mark. Oh, it's over the back. Brown and Tristan Lynch. Thrown away. How will the umpire see this? Freeborn kicks a goal. Oh, he just misses to the right. And that was a vital kick.
See, Barnes has got to get his hand on the ball in that centre clearance there twice. The last 2 times hasn't got near it. You've got to make a contest in that centre squared.
1 goal, 2 to Glenn Freeborn. His side leads by those 2 behinds. The short kickoff. Corrigan. For about the 4th time.
Well, he's just got to kick it as far as he can.
Will come along this near side. There it is. Barnes is the target. Big fly from Milburn behind, but up to the task with the Collingwood defence. Rasso slaps it back inboard to keep it alive. Brad Fuller on the left. Kicked well earlier. This one falls a little short. Charged down here by Tom Harley. Great work from the defence to the outer side. Can't take the mark is Snell. Got him right there with him. Lynch ties it up. Umpire Stephen Hanley will have to bounce it.
I've been impressed with Jason Snell here. Always in front of his man there, prepared to take the front position. It was good work there. Tom Harley probably could have given it off to Tristan Lynch there, but decided to go long to Snell.
Leadership needed. Nathan Buckley, the captain of Collingwood. Tim McGrath, acting captain today. Clinton King. Corrigan. Hard up against the boundary line. Uses it pretty well to Stoneham. Held up by Lockyer. Here's the run of Arnott. He continues to go on. Gets the foot to the ball. Floats on over the top. A loose ball there for a cat if they want it. Houlihan couldn't get it. Burns does well physically. Lockyer works there with him. They're under pressure. Turn back around. Prestigiacomo. 1-2. Monkhurst under trouble. Turned away. Barnes couldn't find the handle on the football. Has a second go. Prestigiacomo trying to make amends for his mistake. Can't. Ball up. Geelong forward line. They trail by 2.
So 30 metres out. Oh, look at that. That was desperation. And Barnes couldn't grab it. He
couldn't
just
get a handle on
it up.
He can do that at times, but you've got to forgive him.
30 metres out from the Geelong goal. Big monkey. Oh, here's Riccardi and Krasiska desperate. He pushes it back. They go in hard after. Push back. Mitch! Oh, Mitch is gone. Geelong in front. Who would have believed that? Geelong in front by 4 points. A big comeback. Well, you could see it coming, and an unemotional, normally Gary Ayres, is suddenly looking very emotional.
It's great work here by Stephen King to hit the ball back into their zone. And Menchie, who has trouble on his set shots there. Great right foot snap. And I told you they weren't out of it, Peter. They've had plenty of play.
Geelong. They trailed Collingwood by 26 points late in the 3rd quarter. But now they've gone to kick 7 of the last 9 goals. They're in front by 4. Corrigan at half-back. Works with Harley. The kick didn't go anywhere at all. Brown gets a chance. Fuller They make up for it. Corrigan with conviction at the football along the boundary line. Snell in front again, as Paul Couch pointed out. Buckley, quick hands. Lockyer intercepts. Kicks into half forward. They got the loose one. It's Brown. Run of Tyson Lane on the near side. Bounces in front. Sets it up. Crosses the body. Misses the lot.
Low percentage football there by Tyson Lane. Straighten your body up and will the ball through the goals there. Didn't set it up, didn't balance himself, just panicked.
McGrath's taking a risk. He's coming up the middle. He finds Barnes. What Johnny Barnes do? You never know with this bloke.
That's all right, you've got to forgive him.
He's going, oh, it's an ordinary kick. I told you never know with Barnes. How the umpires see that. Oh, this might be really costly. Big Sam. Now Krasiska. He hooks it back. It's all Geelong. And the mark taken by Riccardi. He can bomb it long to the wing. Tristan Lynch is waiting and calling for it. Lynch should mark. Oh, he's dropped the sitter also. Oh, boy, is that costly. Lane. Did it went out of bounds, but two skill errors by Geelong nearly let Collingwood in.
It was smart play by Simon Arnott, though, just to push his Tyson Lane over the boundary line. He was on the ground, just a desperate lunge by him, and that's just a stop that the Cats need at this stage. It's great work, Simon Arnott.
5 minutes into time on at Shell Stadium. 4 points the difference. There's only ever been one draw between these two sides, and that was way back in 1934. No one wants a draw here. Both sides wanting a win.
The 30-metre punch by Monkhorst.
You're happy to take that one, I'd suggest.
That was a beauty.
Big Damien Monkhorst. Only one of 3 players remaining from the premiership side in 1990. Gavin Brown, Gavin Krasiska, the other two. They're out there with a bunch of young kids. Lane can't find it. Stoneham has a fair bit of time at ground level. Back to Scholl. Stands his kick to space. It's all Magpies here. Brent Tuckey back with a handball. Presses Giacomo. Tries to find some pace and in the end does. Kicks to half forward. Sits up there. Big thump there from the defence. Tom Harley gets it away. Just his second game for the Cats. Played one game with Port Adelaide. And what a pressure cooker situation he's got himself in. The side leading by 4. Lowther can't get it away. Rasso, quick kick. Barnes charge it. That's enough, but the rebound's picked up by Buckley on the left foot. He's hit the behind post.
Great skill by Buckley, though, wasn't in that pack.
It's ground level, kept his feet strength through the ball.
Corrigan very slow to get up. Time ticks down. Just over 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, the kick. Oh, another poor kick. Oh! No! That's holding the ball. No, it's not. Milburn. Oh, how many chances? Scholl. Burns. And Burns is marked, but goodness me, the skill errors under pressure. They've let Collingwood in about 6 times here in a row, Geelong, and Collingwood haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Neither side really knows how to win a game. They've lost that ability to be able to do it. I mean, wins have just been so far and few between for both sides.
Ronnie Burns to centre wing. Stoneham went the punch. Here's Clinton King. He's trying to skirt around the pack. Onto the left. He bends it back. Is it a mark? Yes, it is. Gavin Krasiska. Probably too far out. Buckley calling for it. Krasiska's going short. Great play. And he's got the young kid, Tuckey. Now this young kid, Brent Tuckey, would never have been in this situation. He's got a kick from about 53 metres. A chance to put the Magpies in front with 1.5 minutes of play left. Brent Tuckey to put the Collingwood 2 points in front. He kicks from 52 metres. It's to the right. He's missed. So Geelong still lead by 3 points.
Ball still in the Collingwood forward line. Geelong have it though. Brad Scholl looking this way, that way.
Oh,
still they stick with the short kick-off.
They could muck it up. There's all this short passing, Couchy.
Tom Harley hard up against the boundary line on the outer side. Kicks outside 50. Barnes flies. Moncourt's there with him, slapped on over the back. All Magpies there. Godden loses it somehow there, and Snell sneers it out the back. Kicks on down the ground, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
No, out in the full.
Out in the full.
Collingwood need to move it quickly. We are below the minute of play. Here's Krasiska. He knows that. He bombs it in. They need to mark the Pies. It's at ground level. Harley stolen by Fuller. Quick hands by Simpson. McGrath, they rely upon it. They relieve the pressure to the Cats to the outer side. That's probably Timmy McGrath's best kick all day.
He had no intent to kick it to anyone. He had no idea.
Everybody's got their fingers crossed, their legs crossed, their arms crossed.
Barnes and Monkhurst. Arnott from behind. Rasso. Back again to Krasiska. Getting possessions in last quarter. They trail by 3 points. Freeborn can't find it. Riley gets the hands on out towards Barnes. Back. They seemingly hold possession of it. Scholl just along the line again. They wouldn't mind a boundary throw-in now, the Cats, I'm sure. Mensch, he's got it. 3 points the difference.
They're going to win. Collingwood have got 7 seconds.
Geelong have kicked 5 goals in this last quarter.
It's been a game where no one wants to win it.
A big comeback from the Cats. Lowther hangs on to the footy. Arnott. The last kick belongs to him, and so it should. He's had a fair bit of the footy all day. But the Cats have won again. Their first win since round 5 when they beat Carlton at Optus Oval by 50 points. The wheels fell off from there, but they are back, albeit by one of the narrowest of margins. And Collingwood now have lost 4 of their last 5 games by less than 11 points. And so Cats get home in Ben Graham's 100th game, being lifted up by his teammates. Tony Shaw, another narrow defeat to the Collingwood coach, but Ben Graham and his side leave the ground victorious at Shell Stadium by 3 points.